Welcome to the new vlog. It's Monday, and this is a really exciting vlog for me because we are reading my most anticipated release of the year, which is The Eye of Leviathan by M.A. Carrick. This is the newest series from M.A. Carrick. If you are new to the vlogs, or you haven't watched the other vlogs, or you don't know me, you'll know that M.A. Carrick, you won't know, but now you will know because I'm going to tell you. M.A. Carrick is the author of The Mask of Mirrors, which is my all-time favorite series. It's the one that I've read the most, like reread the most, and I am obsessed with The Mask of Mirrors, and so this is my most anticipated read of the year. And so I know that if you do watch the vlogs, you know that I did start The Gravewood by Kelly Andrew, which is the book club pick, but it's a new vlog, and I just thought it would be fun to focus on The Eye of Leviathan. So we're going to put The Gravewood on hold just until we finish this, and we are going to focus on The Eye of Leviathan. I'm so excited. So truthfully, I don't know much about this. I know that it is an adventure story about... I know that it is an adventure story about a character who is a fae but has grown up in the human world, and then the hungry girl who is a human who grew up in the fae world, and they have to come together to try and stop this empire. I think it's Spain's empire that's threatening to destroy their homes. So I'm very excited. I'm just like literally I could not be more excited to be starting this. It is also going to be probably a busier week because I have vacation coming up in 2 weeks, and I want to be getting stuff done and prepared before next week, because otherwise it will be very overwhelming and stressful. So I'm going to be making a list and doing a lot of chores because we also have someone coming. We have my friend Yelena coming to cat sit. So obviously the house has to be impeccable, obviously. But so I do have a lot of things to do, but we are going to read this. She's gorgeous, and she's floppy, and I'm just, how many times can I say I'm excited in this vlog? But anyway, I'm outside of work. I also switched over my bag. I can't remember if I was vlogging when I got my other bag, but I was using a Baggu bowler bag. But the more I am doing some gender exploration, as much as I love that bag, I don't know if it's matching what I don't know if it's giving what I want it to give. So I did switch back over to my Crescent, but I also don't feel like this is giving what I want it to give. Do I know what I want it to give? No, absolutely I do not. I just want something that is not feminine, but not too masculine. But like, I need it to be relatively big because I'm a big bag girly, and I want to have everything that I want to have when I want to have it. And I'm just feeling like I don't have anything that's giving that. So I suppose if any of you have recommendations for bags that are not too feminine and not too masculine and giving that perfect edge of androgyny, please put it in the comments. Do I have money to buy a bag? No. But I will save for one because I really want a bag that's like giving what I want it to give. You know what I mean? But anyway, I am going to get like 10 minutes of reading in before I have to start work. And then I'll check in later. We finished watching Curse of the Black Pearl, and now it's time to read The Eye of Leviathan. I woke up early and was over at the laundromat at like 9:30 in the morning, and I didn't get home until about 2-ish. I wish we didn't put off laundry so much, but I do. Every single time I'm like, I should stay more on top of this, and then I don't. So I spent most of my morning at the laundromat, and then I got home and I put the clothes away from the last time we went to the laundromat because I needed the hampers, so I just had dumped them on the bed, and then once I got those things put away, then I made our bed. I still have all the clothes that I washed today that I need to put away, but I'm not gonna do that today because it is 6:20 in the evening. So that's been what my whole day has been. Very productive, especially since we have our vacation coming up, and I don't want to be stressing and doing all of this like right before vacation. So it had to get done. It's done. I don't have to worry about that, at least. Charlotte just went to pick us up Chinese food. I decided that I wanted that as a treat for getting everything done, so I ordered it. So because I ordered it, she offered to go pick it up for us. As for a reading update, I do have a little bit of one. I have been reading The Eye of Leviathan by M.A. Carrick. I haven't read a ton yet, just because I've been either at work or I've been doing chores all day, but I'm on page 47, so I'm only a little bit of the way through, and I don't even feel like I've gotten my full bearings yet in this story. We've been introduced to both of our characters. This is a historical fantasy set in the oh my god, I'm so tired, I can't even think. Set in an alternate Spanish golden age, but instead of the the Spanish Inquisition going after witches, they are also going after fae, because the fae exist in this world. And essentially, if they find a fairy, then they baptize the fairy, make it mortal, and then burn them at the stake. And our main character, Esteban, he is a fairy that changed spots with Teresa's daughter, because her husband is a brute and was going to kill the daughter because he was sick of having daughters. He wanted a son. So in order to save her daughter, she made this arrangement with her friend who's a fairy to switch places. So he switched places with the human baby girl, and he is determined to find a way to... He's determined to find out how humans are accessing the sea beyond and his fairy world and brutalizing and killing them and ruining the fairy lands. And then we have the hungry girl, who is the girl he changed spots with, who is currently exiled onto this island and trying to get back to the mortal world. She wants to get back to the mortal world, meet her mother, and save her mother. So eventually these two characters will meet, and together they will either be able to stop what's destroying both of their worlds, but at what cost? You see, I am very intrigued. I'm enjoying myself. The first chapter was a lot of fairy history and human history, getting you set up, but I will admit it was a little bit overwhelming, but I trust M.A. Carrick with my life. So they can do just about anything, and I am along for the ride. I trust that it will all work out, it will all make sense eventually, and if it doesn't, I will read it again, because that was my bad and not anything that M.A. Carrick did wrong. That's how I feel about that. So I am going to continue reading this. Charlotte should be home relatively soon with our Chinese food, and then we're going to watch the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, because we watched the first one yesterday night and we had so much fun. So we're going to watch the second one tonight. So, yeah, that's the update. I'm going to read for just a few minutes more that it will take Charlotte to get home, and then we'll be watching that movie and just having a chill night. So... a coffee morning. It's Wednesday. Hopefully this is good. I got a Fluffernutter from Heavenly Donuts the other day. That's what this is. A Fluffernutter latte. But it wasn't good the last time that I got it, so hopefully this time it's good. We'll see together. Very good. I'm outside work. We're going to be working on a bare bones staff today, which is never my favorite way to be. I don't have a reading update for you because I think I only read a little bit more last night once I got in bed, and once I got in bed, I passed the fuck out. What was funny was that, I don't know what that was, but so after we finished Pirates of the Caribbean 2, we were looking at the, like, recommended, movies, and apparently there's 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I thought there were only 3, but there are 5. Like, why? And I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean 2 was good, but mostly because James Norrington had his whole life fall apart around him, and that was when he was hottest. But it definitely doesn't live up to Pirates of the Caribbean 1, Curse of the Black Pearl. Or is that what the first one is called? The second one is is Dead Man's Chest, but I don't remember what the third one is called. We'll probably watch the third one this week, but I don't think I will watch the fourth or the fifth ones, because why? I didn't even know that those existed. Changing of the guards?
What?
Changing of the guards?
Yes. I fixed my car and I found all my CDs.
Exciting. You caught... Hey, it is 6:40 and I'm home. I've been home for about an hour and 40 minutes. I ate dinner and I laid around on the couch for a little bit, and then I was going to go and wash my hair and trim up my bangs, but I went into the bathroom and the grossest bug I've ever seen, it came out of nowhere and was crawling on the wall, and I did have a minor breakdown over it. So I actually cannot go into my bathroom again until Charlotte gets home from work and either removes the bug or confirms that the bug is gone. Because I won't kill the bugs, but I also won't move the bugs because I'm afraid of the bugs. I don't like going near them. I have barely gotten over my fear of spiders to the point where I can relocate a spider, but I don't like bugs. This one had too many legs. It was disgusting. I think it's called like a house centipede or like something. I don't know what it is. I know that it kills other bugs, but I don't want to see it. I just feel like they can exist in my apartment if I don't know that they exist in my apartment, but the minute I know that they exist in my apartment, I just feel the heebie-jeebies. And I'm uncomfortable, and it's also like Armageddon outside because we are getting all the smoke from the Canadian wildfires right now. So everything is orange and yellow outside. I tried to take some videos. I think the color came out like on my phone. It's so eerie outside. And I know that it's from the wildfires, but also the wildfires are because of global warming. And the global warming is from evil people running the planet. So it's just like the vibes are so bad today. And I'm trying to be chill, but I am not a chill person. And the mental health is at an all-time low. Like, what is going on? I am going to try and read some of the Eye of the Leviathan, or the Eye of Leviathan. I'm really enjoying it so far. I read some more while I was at work today. I'm on chapter 5 now, page 84. So we'll see how much I'm able to read, and maybe Emma Carrick will take me away into the sea beyond, and I won't be worried about things anymore that are not happening in this book. I'm just like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna read, and then I'll talk to you guys later. and I forgot my camera, so everything's gonna be on my phone, sorry.
Just got a severe thunderstorm warning. And I feel some raindrops.
So we tried to watch Pirates of the Caribbean 3, but it was really not giving us what we wanted it to give. So we're gonna go back to the tried and true Pirates of the Caribbean 1, The Curse of the Black Pearl. That was a pretty good voice, huh?
That was pretty good, yeah.
Hello friends, it is Friday. It's almost 1 p.m. I am about to head into work. I had the morning off with Charlotte. So we got some food delivered, some breakfast Sammys, and some coffee. And I did read some of the Eye of Leviathan before having to come into work. We are making some significant progress. We are on chapter 9, page 182, and I am in it. I am absolutely loving it. I'm obsessed. They must know witchcraft or something, because the way that they tell a story is just impeccable. I can't really say too much about it, I feel, because I don't want to give anything away, and I feel like I've basically given the premise already, but both of our main characters, one is a fairy living in the human world, and one is a human living in the fairy world, and both of them are desperate to get back to where they were originally from, but you definitely see that there's a little bit more like of the places that they've grown up in inside of themselves, more than maybe they realize. The things that they're watching other people do, both fairy and human, is horrifying in their own respects, and I find that very interesting. Like, the fae in this book are very true to fae folklore, like fae and folklore, where they're dangerous, they lie, they're tricksters, they are very dangerous to mortals for a lot of different reasons, but also you have humans who are also almost just as, if not more, dangerous to not only humans themselves, but also to the fae. I don't think I'm making any sense. Anyway, I don't think I can talk very much about this anymore because I don't want to give anything away. But I truly am loving it. Some of the stuff in here has been absolutely horrific, and I've audibly reacted to it, but it's so good. And I'm just like, all I want to be doing is sitting and reading. And unfortunately, I have to go into work. And I really do want to finish it in this week's vlog so that you get like my full reaction of the book. But I also don't want to rush my reading experience. So we will see how things go. I am going to go into work though, even though I can't punch in for a few minutes, just because it's so hot outside and I don't want to sit outside anymore. So hopefully you can forgive me for this very brief update. I will have a haul for you later, because I did buy some things that I'm really excited about, but I didn't feel like talking one-on-one to you when I got home because I was tired. So, but I promise to do that either tonight or most likely tomorrow morning because I'm closing the store tonight. And closing the store is my least favorite shift. So we'll see how I'm feeling when I get out of work. But I will talk to you soon. We're going to keep making progress on the Eye of Leviathan. I really have a good feeling about how this book is going to go. Like, as in how much I'm going to enjoy it. And that this might be a new favorite. So, Saturday, I'm off today, and I do intend on kind of being lazy. This should be obvious by the fact that it's 3 p.m. and I'm just now checking in with you. I have a little bit of a haul that I want to give you, and I do have a little bit of a reading update for you. So my haul, very exciting stuff. I got a new little planner. It's kind of like the week's planner, but I forget the company who makes the week's planner, but it's not that brand. It's just like a kind of dupe for it, but this was much more cost effective than the week's. But I've been needing something small that I can carry with me as I go to try and keep myself on track for the things that I'm trying to do. So I got this, and I did get like a little plastic cover for it so it won't get ruined. So I do want to get some stickers on it and stuff and make it cute. And then I got These Immortal Truths by Rachelle Rada. I've heard that this book is kind of like Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, with a slightly different aspect of it because it is a romance between our main girl who's been gifted immortality and kind of the death figure. But I'm really really excited to read this. I was told to read it by my friend Lorna when it was independently published. I think the title was Peaches and Honey, but then I never ended up reading it, and it got a traditional publishing deal. So I did finally get the physical copy of the traditional published book. So I'm very excited to get to this. And then my most exciting haul is I did end up getting the Kobo remote, and I don't have it on me right now because it's in my room, but I also got a stand that clips onto my bed so that I can get my Kobo all set up, get all cozy in bed, and use the remote to turn my pages so that I can achieve ultimate cozy. So I'm very excited about those things. I still haven't gotten it set up because I'm not currently reading anything on my Kobo right now, because I am still making my way through the Eye of Leviathan, and I'm still having a fantastic time. I think we are kind of getting to this point where our main characters' paths are going to kind of converge, and I'm very excited for that. I'm 255 pages in, so I think I'm almost 50% of the way through, and it is doing this really cool thing where time works differently in the Sea Beyond than it does in like the real world. And so our Fae character Estevan, who is in the real world, we know what part of the timeline that he's in based on the year that it is. But for the hungry girl who's living in the Fae world, we don't actually know what time period she's in. We just see that this is happening later from the time period that we're following Esteban in. And so eventually I have a feeling that these timelines are going to converge, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. And M.A. Carrick is like they know what they're doing when it comes to like kind of a slow burn, not necessarily in the romance aspect solely, but just like in general, their plots, I feel, are kind of slow, but in an intentional way. The pacing is slower, but there's this tension that's building, and little pieces of information that we need are dropped for us intentionally throughout the story, building up this tension, building up this like kind of almost dread that I'm feeling for these two characters, because their decisions are going to affect the other one and they don't know that. So it's just impeccable, and I'm having a really great time with this. So I do think that I might buy a copy of this for my dad, because I am a little nervous about giving him the Mask of Mirrors to read, because if he just tells me it was okay, I'll be upset, because the Mask of Mirrors is my all-time favorite series, but this is definitely more historically focused, and I think he would vibe with it a little bit more maybe than the Mask of Mirrors. So we're going on vacation next week, so maybe I'll buy it for him for vacation. But we'll see. I did just eat some lunch, and I told Charlotte that I was going to be lazy, but I am going to try and get some things cleaned up. But I'm not going to spend a super long time on it, because I do also want to be lazy. Stop. Augie is being difficult today. He's like getting into everything and anything that he possibly can think of to get into, and he's feeling very kittenish, I think. But anyway, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go do some things. I'm probably going to put all the laundry away that I did earlier in the week that I haven't put away yet. And then pick a room and pick it up. You know what I mean? And that'll be my chores for the day. And then I'll be back to being lazy and back to reading The Eye of Leviathan. Yelena was telling me that she is listening to like Spanish Inquisition music, and she's vibing with that, and I'm gonna have to look into that and see if I can find a playlist that I can put on in my headset or in my headphones and just kind of tune the rest of the world out and focus on reading The Eye of Leviathan, because Charlotte is working until close tonight, so it's just me all day. So I'm gonna get to it, and then I will try and check back in later. Hey, bud.
No cameras.
And she is up. Successful day. Hi friends. I don't know what's going on with my camera, because it looks like it's like all pink. And I don't know why that is. So I'm going to have to look into that. I was going to just give you a quick update, but now I'm like all weirded out by the weird filter that seems to be on my camera. I'm just getting home from work. It's like 7 p.m. I picked us up some Chinese food. And I'm only 100 pages away from finishing The Eye of Leviathan, so very excited for that. I do think I can finish it today if I put in the work. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to eat some dinner with Charlotte, and then I am going to try and finish The Eye of Leviathan and figure out what's going on with my camera. Because, like, what do you mean? What is Anyway, okay. I'm gonna go eat my Chinese, hang out with Charlotte, read my book, and hopefully I will remember to come back and do another check-in.